Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jazzy. If you are new here, I do lifestyle videos, hauls, favorites videos every month. And I also do a lot of vlogs on this channel. I love taking you guys through my life and bringing you all along. So definitely hit that subscribe button if that sounds like something that would interest you. But today I am going to be bringing you guys my March favorites videos. I watched a lot of TV this month, so I have a lot of new TV shows that I think you guys would really like to check out, but let's just hop on into this video. So first things first, we're going to start with TV shows since I honestly spent most of my month watching TV shows. So I was able to catch up on This Is Us while I was visiting my parents, and that was really good. I caught up on the last 2 seasons of it. I'm so upset that I waited so long to watch them. They were amazing. Then, when I got back into town, I started watching Ginny and Georgia, which is the new show on Netflix, and that was so good. I think I binged that in like a day, possibly, maybe 2, but that was a really good show. I highly recommend it if you're into like the teen shows. I really like those types of shows. And then another one that I watched was The Firefly Lane. I know there's a lot of controversy on this topic. I know a lot of people that have read the books did not like the show, but I really liked the show. I felt like they did a really good job with character development. I felt like they were kind of channeling This Is Us, to be honest, because they did a lot of flashbacks in the show. But basically that show is about 2 friends who grew up together pretty much. It kind of made me jealous because I don't really have any friends like that. Well, I have one friend like that, but it's not like we live close to each other and like we stayed together the whole entire time. But then again, I was jealous, but then at the same time there was a lot of drama going on there that I was not jealous of. But I highly recommend that show. I will say I liked Ginny and Georgia better, but I always like those teen shows better. I don't know why. I just think, I don't know, the actresses as well on Ginny and Georgia were amazing. I'm not a huge Katherine Heigl fan. I know we all hate Katherine Heigl. I feel bad for her because I know everybody doesn't like her at all. But I do know she has a really bad reputation. So anyway, I would suggest Ginny and Georgia first, and then Firefly Lane? Yeah, Firefly Lane if you guys have not read the book. Because like I said, I've heard if you read the book, it's not worth the watch. So I wouldn't know because I didn't read the book. But it did make me want to read the book, if I'm being honest. So maybe I will. But then I also tried a new show. Well, it's not actually new. But I tried the show Killing Eve. I have been wanting to try this show for forever now, like literally for years now, and I just decided to sit down and watch it a couple of days ago, and it is so good. I'm hooked. I'm already on season 2. If you can't tell, I've had a lot of time on my hands apparently. It's not even that I've had a lot of time on my hands. I've just been like doing a lot, so I can like throw it on in the background while I'm doing something, or like building. Like when I built my desk, I obviously watched that documentary. I forgot to mention that. I watched the documentary about like the college admission scandal thing, and highly recommend that. You guys need to watch that documentary. It was so good, and it did a really good job of like showing you the perspective of like these name brand like colleges, and we all know name brand when it comes to like Coach bags or like different things like designer items, but when it comes to colleges, people don't realize that like you're really getting the same education from like Harvard that you would get from anywhere else. But you know, everybody has their opinions on that, but I felt like that movie did a really good job of explaining that like the prestige of the college is what people are paying for. So you guys need to watch that, especially if you don't understand the scandal, because I certainly did not understand the scandal before watching the movie, or the documentary. So good. Anyway, back to Killing Eve. So I'm already 2 seasons into Killing Eve, and it's so good. I'll probably finish it by this weekend, this coming up weekend, because it's very good, and I think there's only 3 seasons out of it. But it's basically about this woman who, because I know a lot of people actually haven't heard of Killing Eve. It's kind of like a less popular show for some reason. But it is basically about this woman who becomes obsessed with this serial killer or psychopath, and then they kind of become obsessed with each other. It is amazing. Definitely. If you like crime shows like that, definitely recommend that one. And then Dominic and I started while we were in Florida visiting my parents. We started the show Atypical, and that is such a funny show. It's about a kid who has autism, and like all about his family. They do a really good job like character developing everybody in the show. Like even the people that are probably not that important to the storyline, they just do a really good job like explaining their characters. The show is consistently funny. We really like watching it together. I actually saved it to watch with Dominic because when he was visiting my parents, we watched a couple of episodes and he seemed interested, but then I got in the car with him when he was driving me back and he was like, I can't wait to watch Atypical. You didn't watch it, did you? And I hadn't because I thought he liked it, but I wasn't sure. But he was so excited about it too, and we've just like been nonstop watching it. Oh, another thing that we just finished last night. We didn't finish it actually. We have one more episode left of Superstore. And this season of Superstore, you guys, super triggering. But anyway, that's a little off topic. I know that that's like a show we started a long time ago that I've already mentioned to you before. But if you want to watch a triggering TV show, that is definitely one of them. So on to my favorite buys of the month. So I didn't really buy very much this month. Dominic's trying to buy me a new computer because my computer is really struggling, you guys. Like, literally, it's so slow at everything. It's slow at uploading. The sound quality is crap. So I never know if you guys are going to get a good sound experience, which for some reason that's really important to me. And I don't know why, but, like, it just, my computer doesn't do a good job of depicting sound. So he is trying to buy me a new computer, but that obviously isn't going to be a favorite buy. But that's why I really haven't bought very much, because if we are going to be buying that, like, I want to be, be able to buy it comfortably and not be out there spending my money willy-nilly. But I did buy this cute little necklace that has a D on it, and it is obviously for Dominic, who's my fiance. And then on the back, it has like this cute little picture. I'll actually put like a picture on the screen of what both sides look. It's just cute on both sides, and it's just a cute little necklace. I think it was only like $14 or something on Amazon. I always like buying these necklaces with initials on them. I don't know why. Call me a teenager, but I just really like them. Moving right along to my favorite foods of the month. Dominic and I have been eating Caesar salads. So if you go to Walmart, there's like this big bag of Caesar salad there, and it comes with all of the fixins. Like, it has Parmesan cheese, the dressing, and these little croutons that you can put in it. And it's like a family size, but we just split it between the two of us, which is probably still kind of unhealthy. But it's healthier than what we'd be eating as an alternative to the Caesar salad. But we have been really trying to eat a little bit healthier, because with my foot issue, like, I just feel my weight so much more because I'm struggling walking. And so, like, I'm just trying to get a little bit healthier in that department. And also, I just noticed when I was visiting my parents, I was eating super unhealthy, because I always do that when I visit them. And it's not even them that, like, they don't eat unhealthy normally. Like, I kind of force them to eat unhealthy when I'm there, which is really messed up of me. But I just love all of the food in that area. But I noticed I was like really down while I was there. Like, it's sort of depressed, to be honest. And so when I got back here, I said, like, we need to make a change with our diet, because that could be having an effect on me. And it was. So we started eating healthier this month, and I just feel so much better in general. And, like, I can move a lot more. I don't know. I can't explain it. I just feel better. So we've been getting these Caesar salads, this family Caesar salad thingy from Walmart, and splitting that almost every night. And it's so yummy. I, like, boil up some eggs and we put it in there. And then also he buys these deli meats, like a pack of deli meat, and he like cuts it up and we put it in there too. So we kind of doctor up the Caesar salad to make it good, but it's very yummy. So that would be probably one of my favorite things that I've eaten this month. And then also I've been having apples and peanut butter, you guys, and I forgot how yummy that is. Literally, whenever I reach for like a snack now, I go for like these apples, and then I take a scoop of peanut butter and I warm it up in the microwave and I kind of like drizzle it on it. Oh, it's so good. So that's my favorite snack. I'm also in the process of making these peanut butter banana snacks. Clearly we like peanut butter in this household, but you do 2 peanut butter things, and then you put peanut butter in the middle, or why did I say peanut butter things? 2 banana pieces. You put peanut butter in the middle, and then you cover it in chocolate, or like dark chocolate, I think it is, and it tastes obviously like a peanut butter or like a chocolate covered banana. I haven't finished them yet. I've only done like the peanut butter and the banana part, but I think those are going to be really yummy too. Obviously they can't be a favorite yet because I haven't tried them, but they look like they're going to be good. Okay, so moving on to one of my favorite social media accounts that I found this month. And this is a woman who she's actually, I believe she's a midwife and she's a nurse. She worked for Planned Parenthood for a while. I actually heard of her on the Be There in 5 podcast, which you all know that I love. I rave about it every single month, basically. But she was a guest on there, and her Instagram handle is Happy Go Curly. I'll actually put her on screen right here. She is, like I said, a midwife, and on Wednesdays, she does a Women's Health Wednesday. So she lets you ask kind of like health questions to her. She does like a topic each Wednesday, and she answers all of the questions. And the way she answers them is so like amazing. It's very like obviously medically accurate, but it also is very personable. And as a plus size person in general, it's really difficult when it comes to like medical stuff. You kind of get nervous to even like go to the doctor because we already know we're overweight. Like, so to go to a doctor and have them kind of like ream us out for our weight does not sound like an enjoyable experience to anyone. But like, the way she speaks makes you feel like you could go to the doctor. I don't know how to say it, but like, I haven't been to the doctor in like probably a year and a half, and to be very honest with you, I 100% need to go to the doctor. So I do feel like she is like getting me to feel a little more comfortable with doctors and nurses and stuff, because the way that she articulates things makes me feel like it gives me faith in doctors, to be honest. I've been burned by quite a few in my life, and I had a really good doctor before I moved to North Carolina, and I just like loved her. She was amazing. But then we moved to North Carolina, and I got worried to look for another doctor because you get that doctor anxiety, as anyone does. But as a plus size person, it also is that extra thing that like you know that they're gonna be like get on you about your weight most of the time. So anyway, that's beside the point. Pretty much she does these Women's Health Wednesdays where she helps you with anything, basically. She has like a topic that she'll cover, and she really is very informative. She gives a lot of information on the subject. She makes you feel like you can trust her, and also she's very responsive in her DMs. So I just found out about her like last week, and I saw her Women's Health Wednesday obviously this past week, and I messaged her or whatever in her DMs, and she responded right away, and she's so kind. Her voice is very soothing. I really think she needs to have a podcast because she's honestly amazing. But I highly recommend, if you're a woman, or honestly probably anybody would gain a lot of knowledge, even if you aren't a woman, because she really does teach about women's health, which I think it's important for men to know about women's health as well. But anyway, she's amazing. Highly recommend you guys go and follow her on Instagram to listen to all of her, like, her health topics. She's made me feel so much more comfortable, like, with the idea even of going to the doctor, because as we all know, I fell down the stairs, I sprained my ankle, and I still didn't go to the doctor for it, and I know I probably should have, but to be honest, my ankle's so much better now. But had I not had those anxieties of going to the doctor, I might have went, but I also maybe wouldn't have. But I don't know. She's just making me feel a lot more comfortable with the idea. So highly recommend, if you have any of those fears when it comes to, what did she call it on the podcast? White coat fears or something like that. If you have any of those fears of going and visiting a doctor or anything like that, I recommend following her. Or even if you don't have those fears and you feel like your healthcare provider isn't providing you the information that you need, she's a really big spokesperson for, like, your body is basically very important, and you don't have to settle for whatever doctor you are going to. Like, you have the choice. If you don't like your doctor, find another doctor. Which I think is a really interesting topic, because growing up, like, I don't know about you, but I went to the same doctor my whole life growing up. Like, you were just taught that, like, you go to one and that's the person that you're going to go to forever. And, like, it doesn't have to be that way. If they're treating you poorly or making you feel bad about yourself or negatively, like, you can go to a different doctor. Like, you have the choice. You're making the choice to go to that doctor. So she does a really good job of explaining that in health terms, and yeah, she's just amazing. So I highly recommend checking her out, and I think you guys could really get a lot out of her platform as well. So now that I went on forever about her name is Ailsa, by the way, which I think is such a dope name. And hopefully I'm not butchering it, but it's just such a cool name. Anyway, moving on to my favorite song of the month. So I'm just gonna say my favorite album is the new Justin Bieber album. It's so good, you guys. Like, I am not like the hugest Bieber fan. I really do like his music most of the time, but I'm not like a Bieber like stan or anything like that. But I listened to this new album and I listened to it all the way through with no skips, and I was so upset it was over when it was over. Like, it's every single song on it is so good. I think my favorite song on that album is called Too Much. It's actually the first song on the album, but all of the other songs are great too. I love Peaches, Love You Different, I think it's called. All of them. All of the songs are great. Definitely listen to his album if you haven't yet. It's very, very good. Like, I've been jamming to it basically since it came out. I haven't listened to anything else. It's so good. Okay, moving on to my favorite new channel. This is not a new channel, you guys, but I would love it if you drop a comment below with any of the channels that you guys like, because I'm struggling finding new channels, if I'm being honest. I watch the same people over and over again, obviously. But this is a funny one. It is called Bob and Brad. Like, that's the name of the YouTube channel. And it is these two guys, and obviously this is not going to be relevant to most of you, but it's these two guys who teach you how to, like, fix your sprained ankle, basically, or how to spot if your ankle's broken. They actually teach you a lot of things. It looks like they're like a physical therapy type of thing. I've only watched the ankle ones for obvious reasons. But they're so hilarious. Like, I'm going to link one down below for you guys, a video. They're so funny that I just think anybody would get a crack out of them. Although, I don't know, because I showed my mom a video from them, and she didn't laugh a single time. I was, like, laughing hysterically, and my mom was just kind of, like, unfazed by how funny they were. And same thing with Dominic. So maybe I'm just the only one that thinks they're funny. But they're really informative if you do, like, need physical therapy or anything like that, or ever have an injury. I suggest subscribing to them. Wow, I am really on a health kick these days, you guys. First I said Ailsa, and now I'm saying Bob and Brad. They're both health people, so I don't know why I'm like this, but, well, yes, I do, because I've been not in the best health, you guys. But I will say, if you guys ever have anything, like, that you sprain or possibly break, like, they're just a good resource to have. They've actually been super helpful with, like, different exercises I can do and stuff like that. So highly recommend you guys check them out, or at least just subscribe to them. Like, you don't even have to check them out, but if you subscribe to them, they will obviously stay there on your feed, and if anything happens to you, you'll know where to look, obviously, to know, like, what type of exercises you can do, because you never know. Things happen, and you don't expect them, obviously. But anyway, you guys, I am going to end it there, and I hope you guys like this video. I'm planning on doing more vlog style videos this month. I have a couple of hauls coming up, and I have a couple of cleaning things that I want to get done, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I actually do the cleaning things. I will definitely be doing the hauls for you, though. So if that sounds like anything any of you would be interested in, definitely hit that subscribe button if you aren't already. But I will see you guys next time.